What's up, everybody? This is Mauricio Cardinal from Roofing Marketing Pros. Today, we're going to talk about macro versus micro, the consequences of short-term thinking. So let's first define what macro and micro is. So macro is basically taking everything on the long-term view. Micro is a short-term view. So basically, what's what it comes down to. These are both economic terms, and when you think about how everything in your business is either short term or long term, you'll be making different daily decisions. So most business owners today really just think in the micro term versus macro. And when we look at your business on a macro level, you see the big picture and the consequences of not building an online customer acquisition system. The failure to build this kind of system for your business really leaves your business vulnerable. There are too many contractors today that are relying on stormy weather to generate new opportunities for their business. When you rely on the storm, you rely on the whims of Mother Nature to get sales. And as a roofing contractor, you'll also be dependent on the weather, but it should not be defining lead strategy for your business. That's one of the things you have to understand. You don't want to be dependent on outside forces for new business. The consequences of sales first attitude. Think about this picture when you see it in your head. When you approach your marketing with a sales first attitude, you neglect the needs and desires of your customers. This is what the customer thinks like when you approach your marketing this way, like a sleazy sales guy. You might not get sales out of it by approaching your marketing this way, but in the long run, you'll get fewer sales because of this approach. It's like dating. You just can't go straight for sex. You have to first get to know a person and build a relationship before you can actually get the next step. The competition is not relevant. When I first started blogging for my site, I knew that my audience wasn't really interested in online marketing. Let's face it, lead generation is not the biggest challenge that roofing contractors face in their business. But I knew that the vast majority of roofing business owners were not building a business that is scalable and couldn't survive without them. When I first started working with contractors, I was shocked by how far they were behind in online marketing. My main objective in creating content is to change the attitude of roofing contractors while at the same time educating them. I also want to build my authority so that our sales would be easier. I want them to see marketing as an investment versus a cost. If they view marketing as an investment, then everything would change. They will understand the value of what we do and how can transform their business. So no matter how big their business grows, I can never serve everybody in this market. It's too big. So this is why I really don't care about the competition and what they're doing. I really have an abundance mindset. So this mindset allows me to see the big picture and not worry about what a competitor is offering. I want the audience I serve to see the importance of online marketing and the consequences they face if they don't change things in their business. There are still too many contractors that are left on the sidelines because of a negative past experience. These negative experiences prevent contractors from changing things in their business and seeing the big picture of the coming storm. This is why I take it very seriously that my responsibility is to create enough content and spread my message as far and wide so I can change the attitudes of contractors everywhere. The Strategy of Preeminence. J. Abraham's most powerful lesson provides a template that you should follow in building a legacy. So I'm going to include a link to J. Abraham. He's one of my favorite business mentors that I've learned the most from. He's a marketing and business coach. He's been around for a long time, and all his content is spot on. His stuff is jam-packed with experience. He's worked with people from over 400 industries, so he's had a very big overview of how really business and how really marketing and how it can really transform their business. And his most important lesson is the strategy of preeminence. And I'm going to define it for you. The strategy of preeminence is defined as being seen as the definitive expert and resource for your market and acting as your client's fiduciary. When you are acting as your fiduciary, you're taking responsibility and putting your client's best interest at heart. In order to be seen as a definitive expert and resource in your market, you have to create valuable content and make sure that this content is seen by as many people as possible. What this means is that it's your responsibility to go where exactly your prospects are and promote this content in these channels. For most businesses, especially in roofing, the two biggest channels are Google and Facebook. And Google's where people search for information, while Facebook is where people spend their time. There are two separate forces that are trying to turn your business into a commodity: your competitors and your customers. When you see it as a commodity, you are waving the white flag and basically giving up on being different in your business. So when you approach your business thinking about your customers' interests before your own, you'll be on your way to achieving preeminence. There are too many contractors who do amazing work for their customers, but they're not doing all they can in their business. So achieve preeminence in the marketplace, you have to do everything you can to serve as many customers while increasing your bottom line. So this is counterintuitive, but bear with me. When you increase the average transaction value of your service, you are delivering more value to your product and looking for the well-being of your customers. If a customer needs better product that is more expensive, it is your responsibility to educate your prospects to understand why they need a superior product. So what's your legacy? It's really about building a business and being seen as a vehicle of your deepest expressions and desires. That's really what it is. So when you think about everything in the long term and short term, everything will change in your business. And for me, I want to build a legacy for my business. I want it to survive and thrive even if I'm not around. So when you think about your legacy, you understand the importance of the daily decisions you make in your business. Everything you do is a reflection of your attitude. So like the great Jim Rohn says, he says, how you do anything is how you do everything. And everything matters in your business. Some things matter more and some things matter less, but everything you do always matters. So in conclusion, think about micro versus macro, short term versus long term. Your daily decisions will ultimately affect your future outcomes. So always remember to take a value first approach, view marketing as an investment, and always think versus the long term and short term gains of your business. Remember, it can take a few times to get this right in your business, but once you have it, you'll see huge results for your business. Thank you guys.